Hi everyone, welcome to this lab where I'm going to demonstrate how to set up your home personal lab running on Cisco Call Manage Express to demonstrate the running of two phones. One will be a Cisco IP phone and the other one will be a third-party SIP phone. So as I've listed in this my order of operations, I'm going to start with installing the Cisco IP communicator, then this X-Lite SIP phone, which is a third-party SIP phone, then ZZip, then GNS3. Yeah, all these softwares are going to need them one way or another for this lab, so all of us have to make sure that we have them. So I'll start with the Cisco IP communicator. I say next, but since I've already installed, since I already have Cisco IP communicator in my computer, I'm not going to go past this step. But for yourself, you'll have a different interface where you'll be asked to go next, blah 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 blah. So I'll just come here and cancel. Say click finish. Then the next one will be the X-Lite, which is the third-party SIP phone. Since I also have already removed since I've already installed it, I won't have to reinstall it again. The reason I don't want to go through the fresh installation of my two IP phones is because they normally require you to reboot your PC, which I don't want to reboot since I'm going to interrupt the lab. So the next step will be installing GNS3. Then install. It will ask us to install WinCap. So in case you already have WinCap in your PC, you won't have to, you can just press cancel since they don't have. Let's disable automatic startup, then close. It's gonna say error downloading Wireshark. Click OK. You can also error downloading, click abort since you just want the GNS3. And we are done. So normally it will, when you start up GNS3 for the first time, it asks you to configure a path to where your iOS image is, and but we can first go to Dynamics. First see if our Dynamics is working well. Yeah, as long as it shows you green, then you know you're good to go. So we can press up. Would you like to create the projects and images directory? Just say no. Say okay. No. Then it tells you to add one or more uncompressed image. The idle PC will have to be configured later. We can add this later. So the first thing you're going to do is loading the image. Is loading the image for to be used by our router. So we come to edit, then iOS images and hypervisors, image file. Go to where our image is. Then say I normally like using 256. Then when you're testing, it should give you here the output of the router, but it's not, it's saying unable to initialize router instance, or you see here it's still .7z, which means it's still compressed, so we may need to uncompress it. So we can come here again, training lab, let's just extract here, let's extract it there, then we choose it. It will tell you, let's delete this one, the first one. Then you say it's the default, save, then test settings. Yeah, so our router is up. You can say we're running this 3745 advanced enterprises image K9, yeah, which is this one here. So we can close here and even close here. We can now add our router to our topology. Start it, and first thing we'll do is calculating the idle PC, so that you minimize idle PC. Helps your PC to not use a lot of RAM and processor when running routers. It's mainly useful when you have a couple of routers, so you normally choose the one that has an asterisk value. In this case we'll choose 5, then click apply. Then for now what I want to do is join my PC, this will be my PC. I can change host. I can name this Asus PC. Asus PC. Now what I want to do is, you see this router is inside GNS3, and I want a way where I can be able to communicate between my PC and my router. So to do this, I'm gonna need something like a bridge that bridges the connection from my PC to my router, so that when I install my Cisco IP phones on my PC, they can directly communicate with the router. So to do this, we'll create a bridge in here, and so to achieve this, we're supposed to create a loopback adapter. So come to the this shortcut. It's normally HE hardware. Oh, I can't remember that. Let's just check up that quickly in Google. Seems like I forgot. adapter Windows 8. HDWW. It's HDWWIZ. Click next here. Just like that. Then search for network adapter. Then here choose Microsoft. Then let's look for Loopback. Say next. It says it's finished. So when you come to your network places, yeah, you'll notice it stays on Ethernet 3, identifying. Another thing that we can also be doing right now is you see we can't be able to add a network adapter. Oh, we can. Yeah, it's that one there. Then press OK. So the next thing is create a connection from here to our source PC. Okay. I think it's because our router is on. We can go on to whatever our router, then we can start by assigning IP. That's enough. Since here we have given it 254, then let's go to our loopback adapter and give it maybe .1. Or 92.168.100.1, 192.168.100, 254. Sorry, let's say yes. We can ping our router, or we can ping our PC from the router. That means the bridge is working, and vice versa. We should be able to ping 254. Yeah, we can ping it. So the next step for us is going to now load the Call Manager Express software into our router. So for that, we will, you see, when you look at when you go to show flash, it tells us our we have around 16 MB. We have around 16 MB of flash. Now the hitch is our CME software is 77 MB, so we have to find a way of reducing. We kind of have to find a way of reducing the 77 MB to something which is manageable, something which will fit inside the router. So what we'll do is we'll extract this. Then we have to delete anything else that we don't need. So for me, I figured out I'd be able to, the lab would still work without all these. We can come, we don't need a lot of ringtones, so I only left those three, deleted everything else. From now, let's see how big it is. It's 3.75 MB, which is manageable. So we come here and we have to compress it into a .tar. So the problem with WinRAR will only give us the option to convert to a .tar, which won't be accepted by the router. So that's why we need this 7-zip software. We install it, access, it's there. So when we now right click this one, it will give us an option to compress with 7-zip. 7-zip can compress to a .tar. So just click there and just leave everything the way it is. Oh no. Sorry. Add to archive. Here we'll have to edit this to basic. So now we have our file here, which is only 3.839 MB. So we can come and now extract it here. Oh, I forgot, before I forget, we need to, we'll set up a TFTP server in our PC. Then our router will be like a TFTP client, downloading the image file, no, sorry, the CME file from the TFTP server, which is our PC, inside to itself. So set up a TFTP. Let's add this software as one of the other softwares that you'll need. TFTP, just allow access. Nothing much there. Then for this interface here, we'll give the interface that is the loopback adapter, this one 100.1. Then for browse, we browse to our directory where our CME is training lab there. We'll show directory to make sure that we can see the image we want, which is CME basic. Then let's come back to our router and we extract TFTP 192.168.100.1. Our file is called CME basic 4.1.0.2.tar. We put it to where? Flash. Oh my. You're running into a problem where it says okay, let's do this first. Erase flash. basic. Okay, you can wait as it extracts. When you close here, you can see the transfer happening. Okay, it's done now. So we can now go to configuring our phones, since the software that we need is already there. So we'll start with the configurations for SIP. It is voice service, VoIP, allow connections, so SIP to SIP, SIP to H323, then H323 to H323, SIP, then we direct IP to IP, SIP, then we have to bind the control. You see, SIP operates in two major ways. There's the controls, the signaling, then there's the media. So we have to bind both the signaling and the media traffic to pass through this interface here, So we say bind control is, say, like signaling, source interface FA00, then bind media source interface FA00, then registrar server, so that SIP phones know this is their registrar server. Exit. Then we come to this, like the globe, the main configuration mode for SIP, mode CME. Then it says source address is the address for router 1, which is 192.168.100.254. Then as usual we use port 5060, which is the port used by SIP. Max DN, you can say 4. Max DN4 means the maximum extensions which can be supported by these. It can range from 4 to 100 to, yeah, whichever number you want, depending on how the facility that you have. Authenticate realm, you can say local for the authentication. If you had a DNS, or if you have an AD with whichever, like say you can have like kevinlabs.com, whatever, something.com, then TFTP, you tell it that the path to get the files is in the flash. TFTP flash, no, that's not that. Supposed to do that. Then an exit voice register DN1, then number is 001, name is table1, label is Lannister. Yeah, that's enough. If we wanted to create another extension, it will be just the same voice register DN, then 2, then another number, then the name, then if you have another extension, go voice register DN3, and so on and so forth. Now we come create the actual phone, the actual SIP phone, which will be voice register pool 1, ID MAC. Can just show you how we get the MAC address, which is IP config all. We come up to where our newly created loopback is, and where is it? It's here. So the MAC should be FE80.39BA.C364.2B2A. No, sorry, it's supposed to be 0200.4C4F.4F50. Yeah. Then see, this is the phone we are configuring. So we have to bind it with the first extension that we created. So number is supposed to be number 1, then DN1. Number 1 is the line. How do I put it? It's a line. Let's say this guy I can call using 2 different lines. So you'd say number 1 DN1, then number 2 DN3, and he can be assigned 2 different numbers. if DN2, if extension 2 had been created as number 1002, then you come here and say number 2 DN2, then that means Tyrion Lannister will have 2 numbers. Okay. So create like it like that, then username is Tyrion and password is Tyrion123. Then the codec that this SIP phone will use is G711 EULO, and then that is now already created. Then let's go to the we can now create our skinny phones, our phones using skinny or SCCP. So let's first come to the global mode for skinny and say maximum phones is 4, just like we did with the skinny. Say max DN is 4. Then our source address will be just the same one as we did in 254, only that the port here will be port 2000 instead of port 5064 SIP. Then create save files. Okay, clock is not set, but it's okay. It's just a basic lab. Then we come create the first extension using that uses skinny, sorry, number 1002, and the label will be Khaleesi. Khaleesi. The name is Khaleesi. Name is Khaleesi. Then the actual phone is iPhone 1. Device security. Is it necessary? Anyway, since I just started typing, I think device security mode. Sorry, it's supposed to be device security mode. I think just none. Let's not complicate stuff. Then MAC address, it will be the same one, was it 020 04 0200 4FC 4F dot 4F50. Okay, the type Cisco IP communicator, CIPC. Then the same analogy, button 1 line 1 assign it to extension 1. Yeah, button 1 and config. Now we can open our phones and start testing, see whether we have accomplished something. Start with the Cisco IP communicator. So it's already registered as Khaleesi, and even our router tells us it's not something as registered. Let's open Xlite. Yeah, it's registered. Okay, one thing I'll have to show you, which I think it's yeah, is when you come to the SIP account here, you will enter here as user ID. You enter the number that is configured under the DN, right? Then the domain here is the IP address of the router, which is 100.54. Then just here leave it as it is. Maybe you can display name, you can say Tyrion, like that, then say okay. We can start calling, and we can call 102 Kalisi, and you can see here it's a phone from Tyrion. You can decide to answer. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, that's basically it. And from here, let's confirm that we can call the other side, which is 01. Yeah, and calls are coming, and you can actually receive. Hello. Okay. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll be recording more videos, maybe even on the call manager CCM 10.5 soon, so keep checking. Thank you.